Yeshua leaves Jerusalem after the feast of Shavuot.
耶稣呢就在五旬节之后离开耶路撒冷。
And he goes up into the Galilee and begins teaching in their synagogues.
他开始在加利利的会堂里面教导众人。
The first stop, Luke chapter 3.
路加福音第3章，那是他的第一站。
And Yeshua is in the Nazareth synagogue.
那时候耶稣呢是在那个拿撒勒人的会堂。
There we go. Okay. He's in the Nazareth synagogue, and it's on the Sabbath.
他的那个时候呢，就是在拿撒勒会堂，然后那个是安息日。
What's the first day of the week?
一个礼拜第一天是什么
Sunday. The first day of the week. The day after the Sabbath, right?
安息日之后第一天就是星期天嘛。
That's the day that Shavuot always falls on the first day of the week.
那个五旬节呢，永远都是落在星期天。
Where is Yeshua on the seventh day of that week?
那个耶稣呢，就在那个礼拜的第7天，他人在哪里
In the synagogue at Nazareth.
他就是在那个拿撒勒的会堂里面，那个是安息日教导众人。
This is where he grew up.
就这个拿撒勒是他长大的地方。
It was delivered to him the scroll of Isaiah.
就在那里呢，有人就把路加福音，就把以赛亚书拿给了他。
It's a big scroll, more than 60 chapters in our Bibles.
那个卷起来的是很大的一捆的啊，在光是我们圣经里面就已经有60章啊。
He opened the scroll and he found the place where it was written.
他就打开了那个书卷呢，然后找到他要读的地方。
And he read in front of the entire congregation.
他在整个会众面前，他就读这个。
Yehovah has anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor.
用耶和华用高我，叫我传福音给贫穷的人。
Recovering of sight to the blind.
让瞎眼的得看见。
To set at liberty those that are captive.
让被掳的得释放。
To preach the acceptable year of the Lord.
宣告耶和华悦纳人的恩年。
And he closed the scroll.
他就把书卷就再一次合起来了。
And he sat down.
他就坐下来。
Yeshua just broke the 3-verse rule.
耶稣呢，刚刚触犯的他们会堂的规定，那个叫做3节经文的这个规定。
What is now called the 3-verse rule in Rabbinic Judaism.
现在呢，这拉比的那个犹大主义里面就把这个规则称为3个经文的规则。
In the synagogue, anyone may read from the scrolls.
在会堂里面，任何人都可以读经卷。
The Torah, the prophets, the Psalms, any of the scrolls.
那个摩西五经啦，这个先知书啦、诗篇啦，你任何经卷你都可以拿来读。
But you must read an entire section.
但是当你宣读经文的时候呢，你一定要把整节经文读完。
That keeps people from deliberately taking it out of context.
这样子呢，就是特意这样设计，让人们呢不要把那个经文呢从它的上下的内容里面呢单独的取出来。
In modern day Judaism, it's called the 3-verse rule.
那个在现代的那个犹大主义里面，把这个就称为3个经文的规则。
You must read 3 verses.
你最少要读3节的经文。
But Yeshua doesn't do that.
但是耶稣呢，他就不这样做。
To preach the acceptable year of the Lord, and he closes the scroll right in the middle of the second sentence.
然后呢，他不只是他是在那个耶稣呢断句停止宣读的地方呢，宣告耶和华的恩年呢，那个呢是在第2句的当中哦，他就突然就经卷合起来就不读。
Every eye in the synagogue was glued on him.
然后呢，所有的在会堂里面的众人呢，眼睛好像就盯在他的身上了。
They know the rules.
他们知道规则是什么。
He was raised in the same synagogue. He knows the rules.
他也是从小在这个会堂长大，他也对这个规则很清楚的。
But he just broke the rules of the rabbis.
但是他在拉比面前就这样子的违反了拉比们所定的这个规则。
Every eye was glued on him.
每一个眼睛就盯着他看，到底怎么了？
He sat down and said, "This day is this scripture fulfilled in your ears.
他就说：“今天这经啊，刚刚我所读的那一段，应验在你的耳中了。”
Why did he stop in the middle of the second sentence?
为什么他在第二句的经文里面的当中就停下来就不读了呢？
Why didn't he read at least the rest of the verse?
你最少把第二句给读完吧，
The rest of the sentence.
或第二句里面后半句把它给读完也好吧。
To preach the acceptable year of the Lord
宣告耶和华悦纳人的恩年
and the day of vengeance of our God.
和我们神报仇的日子，
He couldn't read the rest of it
他没有办法往那里读下去，
because this, the acceptable year of the Lord, is what is being fulfilled now.
为什么呢？因为宣告耶和华悦纳人的恩年，就在他宣读的那一刻开始启动了。
At the beginning of the week was Shavuot.
因为呢，就在那个礼拜的第一天呢，那个就是那个五旬节，
Pentecost.
五旬节。
And from that Pentecost until the next one, when he fills his disciples with the Holy Spirit on the day of Pentecost, that is the acceptable year of the Lord.
所以呢，从那一个五旬节开始，到他的那个复活升天以后，从那个用圣灵为门徒们来施洗的那个五旬节算起来，刚刚好是一年，那就是耶和华悦纳人的恩年。
This has nothing to do with the Jubilee year.
这个跟喜年一点关系都没有。
Israel hadn't even been keeping the Sabbath year for more than 100 years at this point.
因为其实以色列人他不要说那个50年一次的喜年啦，光是那个7年一次的那个安息年，他几百年来从来没有守过一次啊。
And even the rabbis will tell you, in the Second Temple period, we never kept the Jubilee
其
year.
实拉比们告诉我，就算在第二圣殿时代，我们也从来没有守过那个喜年呐。
To assign this as a Jubilee year is a Gentile invention.
所以呢，既然把这个翻译成那个耶和华悦纳人的喜年，这完全是外邦人的发明。
Yeshua is proclaiming the acceptable year of the Lord from this Shavuot to the next Shavuot.
所以呢，耶稣呢，那个时候呢，就是按照以赛亚书里面的经文来宣告人，从那一天开始，一直到下一个那个五旬节，这整整的一年，就是耶和华悦纳人的恩年。
But going back to the baptism of Yeshua,
但是呢，一直回到那个耶稣在约旦河受洗那一刻，
it will be 70 weeks, 490 days until he baptizes his
所以呢，
followers
你如果要
with the
从
Holy Spirit.
从耶稣呢在约旦河受尽呢，那个圣灵降在他身上，显出他神的儿子开始呢，一直到最后他在那个升天了以后，在五旬节那天呢降下圣灵，用圣灵与火为门徒来施洗，总共算起来就刚好70个周，70乘7就是490天。
Then what he does next
然后他下一个做什么？
is insults Jewish pride.
羞辱那个犹太人的骄傲。
He said, "You will certainly say unto me,
然后呢，就在他读完了以后，他就说：“你们一定会说，对我说，
Physician, heal yourself."
哦，医生啊，你们有办法，你就医治你自己吧。
But a prophet is not without honor, except in his own country
但是
and
呢，
among his own people.
那个先知呢是大有荣耀，只是他在本乡本族里面是不受尊敬的。
I've been anointed to preach the gospel and to preach the acceptable year of the Lord.
我是被耶和华神膏抹的，来宣告耶和华的恩典，而且呢，把那个福音呢来传讲给你们。
But you aren't going to listen to me.
但是你们不会听我的，
You're not going to honor me.
你们也不会尊荣我的。
And so I'm going to tell you something.
所以我现在告诉你们一些事情。
There were a lot of Israelites, a lot of Jews who were hungry and thirsty in the days of Elijah.
在那个以利亚那个时代，有很多的犹太人，很多的以色列人啦，他们饥渴了很多的时日啊。
But Elijah, God sent to one Gentile woman and saved her.
但是呢，神呢就只有把以利亚送到一个外邦的妇人的家中，而且呢，借着以利亚去拯救了那个外邦的妇人。
in this Jewish enclave in the temple, in the synagogue, excuse me.
就在这个会堂，犹太的会堂里面，他这么说的。
Incident after incident.
他就一个又一个的举出来圣经旧约的例子。
Where God was a provision and saved a Gentile, but not the Jews.
就是神呢是在那个供应的外邦人，可是他没有拯救那个在这个时代的犹太人给他以色列人，并没有得到这样的解救。
This really, if you could get what an insult this would be to this Jewish group of people, that he's saying God was saving the Gentiles and not the Jews, and you better wake up.
所以呢 ，wake up, who wake up? I don't get. I get the first part 啊，Jews 他呢，耶稣就故意用这样子非常非常极端跟极端的挑衅的这种方式来刺穿他们的那个里面的骄傲，好让他们可以觉醒出来啊。
So they took him out to the edge of the city and attempted to push him off.
好，居然
to kill him.
对他们居然听到耶稣说：“哇，你来告诉我们上帝拯救外邦人，然后居然那个我们犹太跟那个以色列都很多都没有得到拯救，他们气死了。然后呢，他们就把他带到那个悬崖旁边，要把他推下去啊。”
But Yeshua just walked right through their midst.
但这耶稣呢，就他们
just ghosted them.
那个耶稣呢，就把他当作鬼魂一样啊，就直接穿过去了。
It's like he had his headphones on and he was paying no attention to them.
他就好像呢，他就戴着这个耳机呢，就直接就直接走过去了。
He leaves and he goes down. From there, he moves down to Capharnaum.
然后呢，他就到了那个加百农去了。
Now, when he gets there,
到那里
it says that it talks several times about his house in Capernaum or Capharnaum.
他那个在圣经里面讲到几次在耶稣的家，在这个加百农。
So you might ask a good question. Where did this house come from?
你可能觉得奇怪，耶稣怎么哪时候跑在加百农有个家啊？
Let's go back for a minute.
好，我们再回去之前的。
He was in Cana just before Shavuot.
他呢，就在那个五旬节之前呢，他是在那个迦拿。
A wealthy man came to him and said, "My son is dying. Please come and pray for him."
那个有钱的贵族呢，来跟他说：“我儿子快要死了，请你到我家去为他祷告。”
Yeshua doesn't do it.
耶稣没有这样做。
He says, "Go your way. Your son is
他说：“你
healed."
回去吧，你的儿子已经得医治了。”
Why doesn't Yeshua go down there?
为什么耶稣到那里去呢？
All you have to do is know how long it takes to walk from Cana back to Jerusalem, and you know that he doesn't have time before Shavuot.
因为呢，如果你实际住过以色列，你就知道说从那个迦南啊，要一直走到那个耶路撒冷那个所需要的时间，他根本就不够时间。如果他去那个贵族他家的话。
Now the next day, this man finds out from his servant that his son has been healed.
所以隔天呢，那个贵族发现说，他儿子被医治了。
He goes home.
他回到家。
And where is he and his son the next weekend?
然后呢，所以你猜猜看，这个贵族跟他的儿子，这个下个周末是在哪里？
Every male Israelite will go up to the feast in Jerusalem 3 times a year. Where is that wealthy man and his now healed son the next week?
所以呢，你们再想想看，那个摩西的律法规定，以色列男丁1年3次要守节，其中就包括了那个五旬节。所以呢，这个贵胄跟他的被医治好的儿子，在下一个 weekend 的时候，周末的时候，就是一定是在耶路撒冷圣殿山守那个五旬节。
He's in Jerusalem.
就在耶路撒冷。
What happens in Jerusalem?
然后在耶路撒冷发生什么事情？
The day before Shavuot,
就在这个五旬节的前一天。
Yeshua heals a man who was lame for 38 years.
耶稣呢医治了瘫了38年的瘫子。
The next day he's on the temple with a multitude of people.
然后隔天呢，他在那个圣殿上面呢，一大群的人聚集在那里。
And now you know what happened.
然后你知道后面又发生什么？
Yeshua, this is my son who you healed last week.
好，那个贵胄呢，就是带着他这个儿子呢，跟耶稣讲说：“耶稣啊，这就是你医治好我这个儿子的。”
He was on his deathbed last week, and look at him, completely whole here at the Feast of Shavuot.
上个星期呢，他还在床上病恹恹的啊，奄奄一息啊。你看他现在在这里完全活蹦乱跳的站在你面前啊。
Now, you know I'm a wealthy man.
然后你知道我是很有钱的，
I've got several houses in
我
Capernaum.
在加百农呢有好几栋的别墅啊，
I got a bungalow down by the beach.
还有呢在那个海边的别墅也有啊。
Mi casa, su casa.
米卡萨苏卡萨，随便你用吧。
You need a place, it's on me.
不管你要住哪一间啊，都是算我的。
All we have to do is put together all the pieces, and it just all makes sense.
所以为什么要跟你们讲这样这么微小的细节呢？就是当你在这些微小的细节里面，全部都落到它应有的位置，这个拼图在你面前就全部清楚的。
You know what you'd do if you were that wealthy man.
你会知道，如果你是那个，假设你今天就是那个贵族啊，那个有钱的。
Oh, you would have furnished the place. You would have had the refrigerator stocked. You would have had the keys to your Mercedes waiting for him.
如果说耶稣好，我去住那里，你一定一早就把你的马塞利便是擦得亮亮的摆在那里，然后呢，冰箱里面打扫干净，冰箱里面充满各样的食物，这样放在那里等他。
So now, Yeshua moves down to Capernaum.
好，然后所以呢，耶稣呢就到了加百农去住了。
And it is now Friday.
好，那个时候是礼拜五了，
It's Friday and it's in the morning.
那是星期五的早上。
And there are fishermen who are getting together, mending their nets,
那
sorting them out.
有一个渔夫呢，就在那里呢，正在那边整理他的渔网。
Now, I'm going to tell you something. This is absolutely free of charge.
我完全不收费的，现在告诉你，完全不收费的。
I have several friends who are fishermen on the Sea of Galilee today.
我一直到今天的加利利呢，我还有在加利利那边还有好几个捕鱼的朋友住在那里。
They fish with nets.
他们也是用渔网来捕鱼。
You can only fish at night when you fish with nets.
如果你是用渔网来捕鱼的话，你只能在晚上捕。
You can't even fish under a full moon.
即使就算是那个满月的时候，你也没有办法拿着渔网去捕鱼的。
Because if there's any light, it will illuminate the nets and the fish will swim out of them.
所以，因为呢，当你把网下在水中的时候，如果天上有那个光照下来的时候，那个渔网就被看见了，所以那个鱼呢就赶快跑开了。
As soon as the light of the sun starts coming over the Golan Heights, the fishermen have to go in.
这个就是为什么呢？说当这个太阳啊一朝日呢从这个戈兰高地升起来的时候呢，这些渔夫们当场就收网了。
5 o'clock in the morning, it's over with.
早上5点 ，OK， 回家了。
So these fishermen are taking care of their nets. They're on the beach.
所以呢，就这个早上呢，他们就捕完了鱼呢，就在那边整理渔网。
Yeshua is just coming to Nazareth.
那个时候呢，
Excuse me, to Capernaum.
那个时候呢，耶稣才刚抵达加百农，
And so he says to the fishermen, "Come on, follow me."
他就跟那个渔夫说：“来跟从我吧。”
They take care of their nets and they follow him.
他们就把那个渔网呢给整理了一下，然后之后就去跟随了他，
They go on into the village.
然后就到村落里面去。
And the next day, it is the Sabbath, and Yeshua is in the synagogue.
所以呢，隔天呢就是那个安息日了。再一次的，耶稣就是安息日在犹太的会堂里面教导众人。
That's how you know that he called the fishermen on Friday morning.
这个呢，你就可以明白说，哦，他是在星期五早上呢那个呼召这渔夫的。
Because Friday night at sunset is what? The Sabbath day.
因为当那个早上他呼召了，叫着下午那个日落了以后呢，就开始了安息日了。
And so they're not going to be working.
所以他们不能够工作。
So Yeshua says, "Come on, boys, follow me."
所以耶稣说，反正呢后面就安息日要开始了，所以你们来跟从我吧。
He spends time with them that evening.
所以呢，他就 这个渔夫呢，就跟那个晚上跟耶稣在一起。
The next morning, he is in the synagogue, and there's a man there who has a demonic spirit.
然后隔天早上呢，他们也同样在这个犹太会堂出现。那有一个被鬼附的人在那里出现了。
And the man with the demon says, "I know who you are. You're the Messiah. You're Yeshua of Nazareth, the Messiah."
我那个被鬼附的人呢，就在当场在会堂里面喊叫说：“我知道你是谁，你是弥赛亚，你是永生神的儿子。”
Have you come to trouble us before our time?
你现在就来折磨我们，我们的时间还没有到，你就来折磨我们吗？
And Yeshua said, "Shut up and come out of him."
然后耶稣跟他闭嘴，从他身上出来。
And the guy wallows on the floor. He's spitting and foaming at the mouth.
然后呢，那个被鬼附的人马上就倒到那个地上去了，然后就口吐不同的白沫、黑各种的东西、肮脏的东西，噗就出来了。
And all the people in the synagogue have never seen anything like this before.
然后那些的那个会堂里面一辈子第一次看到这样的场面啊。
This is a kind of Pentecostal thing, and we're kind of Baptist Jews.
你知道吗？其实呢，就像这样子的这么混乱的这个五旬节的节派的场面啊，其实我们犹太人开始的。
We're not used to seeing demon-possessed people manifest in church.
我们呢，过去也不习惯说那些被鬼附的人在教堂里面的全部都显现出来了。
But listen to what Yeshua said to the man.
但是呢，你要仔细听耶稣对那一个被鬼附的
When
人
he
说什
said,
么。
"I know who you are. You're the Messiah, the Son of God."
当这一个鬼跟耶稣讲说：“我知道你是谁，你是弥赛亚，你是永生上帝的儿子。”
Yeshua didn't allow anyone to say that he was the Messiah. He wouldn't let the demons even say it. He said, "Shut up."
所以呢，仔细听啊，因为耶稣呢，连他都严严的告诫他的门徒们说：“你们不可以告诉人说我是弥赛亚，何况是这个乌鬼呢？”他更不要他继续讲。所以他一讲这个话，耶稣当场就 shut up， 闭嘴，马上出来。
Months later, he asked his disciples a question.
1个月以后，他就问他的门徒们问题。
He said, "Who do men say that I am?"
那他就说：“到底众人说我是谁？”
And they came back with, some say you're Elijah.
有的人就回答说：“哎呀，你是以利亚，
You're one of the prophets.
你是其中的一个未来要来的先知。”
You're John the Baptist come back from the dead. They've got a lot of stories.
然后呢，甚至呢，有的说是施洗约翰死里复活的，各式各样的揣测。
They looked at Peter and said, "Who do you say that I am?"
那个时候呢，他就眼睛盯着彼得啊，说：“那你说我是谁？”
Peter said, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God."
彼得当时就说：“你是弥赛亚，永生上帝的儿子。”
Yeshua said, "You are blessed, Peter."
也就是说，你是大有福的。
Flesh and blood didn't show this to you.
这个呢，血肉之躯是没有办法指示你这样的事情的。
I didn't show it to you.
我也没有指示你。
My Father in heaven showed it
这
to
个
you.
只有从天上的父才能够亲自把事情显明给你的。
And then he looked out and met the eyes of every one of his disciples.
然后呢，他就开始巡视他的其他的这些门徒们的一个一个盯着他，看着他们的眼睛，检查他们眼睛里面的神情是什么。
But don't you tell anyone.
告诉每一个都吩咐哦，这个秘密你们呢要保守住。
I must go up to Jerusalem, where I will be delivered into the hands of the Gentiles, and the Gentiles will kill me.
我一定要上到耶路撒冷去，然后呢被交付在外邦人的手中，然后外邦人要杀害我。
One person, a Gentile woman at the well, was the only one that he ever told personally that he was the Messiah.
整个四福音书里面啊，就唯一啊，就是一个女人，这个就是在井边的那个外邦的妇人。耶稣一辈子就只有亲自主动的告诉这一个外邦的妇人说，他是弥赛亚。
Why?
为什么？
He didn't come the first time to be heralded as a Messiah and live happily ever after.
因为呢，他第一次来的那个使命啊，不是当做一个那个弥赛亚这个角色呢，就在那边统治，然后过着他幸福快乐的日子。
He came to pay the death penalty.
他第一次来呢，就是要来偿付这一个血约所要求的那个死的代价。
The death penalty that we owed because of our disobedience at Mount Sinai.
这个就是我们从那个西乃山在西乃山所犯的那一个血约里面所触动的那个死刑所要求的那个死的代价。
We broke the covenant. He came to pay the death penalty for the broken
我
blood
们呢
covenant.
违反了这个血约啊，他来呢就是要为我们来付上这个违反血约所要付的代价。
But that's just Exodus 16.
但是呢，我讲的这一点只是牵扯到那个出埃及记16章。
Excuse me, 19.
对不起，19章。
I turned this 6 upside down.
哦，因为他6跟9倒过来看了。
I'm dyslexic vertically.
呀，因为他的眼睛是倒过来的。
He came the first time as the prophet that we must hear and obey.
他第一次来的时候，同时另外也扮演了那个应验了摩西所讲的那将要来的那先知，那先知所讲的话，我们一定要遵守，一定要听，而且要遵守。
This is Deuteronomy 18.
那这个就是生命记18章所讲的。
The prophet we must shema. We must hear and obey.
哦，那个shema希伯来这个是shema，不是只有听，是听从的意思，听了就去做。
And as Peter said on the day of Pentecost,
就像彼得在那个五旬节那天的他的讲道。
whosoever does not hear and obey that prophet will die.
啊，这个
Yeah. Peter, on the day of Pentecost, he said, whosoever will not hear and obey that prophet
这也就是
will die.
这也就是彼得在那个五旬节当天的讲道，他就讲到说，凡那个任何人如果不听从那先知的话，他就必须死。
My experience in the Christian world,
我在这个基督教的这个文化里面，
everyone will easily call him Christ or the Messiah.
很多人都很容易就可以称耶稣为那个基督或是弥赛亚。
But who is bothering to hear and obey what he said to do?
但是谁呢是真正愿意去那个听，而且去遵从说到底耶稣在说什么？
We are supposed to hear everything Yeshua said, and we are supposed to obey it.
我们是基督徒呢，是应该要去那个听耶稣到底在说什么，然后呢，然后遵从他所有的话语。
That's why I'm teaching you the chronological gospel, so you know what he said, and so you know what to do.
啊，那这就是为什么呢？我现在照这个时间次序展开的四福音书里面，把他的耶稣的教导清清楚楚放在时间跟场景的节期的序列里面，好让你们可以清楚明白。
I just realized I could spend a whole hour just on what happens this day.
哦，
But I'm not gonna.
哦 ，OK， 就是光是刚刚那件事情，他可以讲1个小时。
Non-linear digital editing right here. Okay.
他在脑中马上编辑。
So, after the synagogue service, Yeshua goes over to Simon Peter's house. Shimon Kibbutz.
好，所以呢，他在那个会堂加百农会堂把这个鬼赶出去啦，什么什么之后，然后他就到彼得他的家里面去了。
Peter's mother-in-law is sick.
所以那个彼得的岳母呢生病了，
Yeshua heals Peter's mother-in-law.
耶稣把他医治好了，
And so she continues to serve them some food
他就
that
起来
day.
服侍他们。
Some people say that's why Peter denied the Lord 3 times.
那有的人就开玩笑说，就是为什么彼得会3次否认主的原因啊？
Because he healed his mother-in-law.
因为他把他岳母给治好了。
I don't think that's true.
我不认为那是真的，这是很恶劣的玩笑。
This is what I was looking for. The fountain of living water.
找到活水了
Is that mine?
，Yeah。
It's mine already?
Oh.
It's open? Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Sun sets. The sun sets, and now people from all over the area come into Capharnaum, and they're waiting outside the door for Yeshua to heal them.
好，现在呢日落了，然后呢很多人来到这加百农这个地方，就在彼得他们家的门口啊，等着被耶稣医治。
Now, Mark, I believe it's 135, tells us that Yeshua, rising up a great while before day, departed into a solitary place, and there he prayed.
好，那个我记得没错的话，就是马可福音1章35节里面讲，就在那一天的早上，耶稣一大清早就起来了，他就独自到一个隐秘的地方去祷告。
Bethsaida is a solitary place.
那个伯赛大那个地方是还蛮空旷、蛮隐秘的地方。
It's still very open there.
好，那还是一个很空旷的地方。
And so, long before daylight, on the first day of the week, the disciples come to him and they're looking for him.
所以呢，就是在那个太阳还没有出现的时候，就在那个安息日过了以后的那个早上啊，他们这些门徒都在找耶稣。
And they say, Master, Master, come back. It's a revival going on here. Everybody's coming into town. The offering plates are going to be overflowing. Come on back.
这些门徒兴奋的不得了，跟耶稣说：“哎呀，不要在这里待了啦，赶快回来，赶快过来！那边一大群的人在那边等着，那个复兴已经开始了。我们现在这个服事啊，要大大的开始了。”
Yeshua said, No, I won't come back.
耶稣说：“不要，我不跟你们回去，
Follow me.
跟随我吧。
I need to go into all these other villages and teach the gospel there also.
我需要呢，你们呢跟着我到各城各乡呢去传讲这些的福音啊。”
You know what happened?
你知道发生什么事吗？
They didn't go.
他们都没有去。
You got to look at all the gospel records to see this, but they don't follow him.
你要知道吗？你要必须把4个福音里面所记载详细把它列出来比较，你才会发现说他们根本就没有去。
Yeshua is gone for the next 2 weeks, covering the synagogues in that local area.
耶稣自己一个人呐，就在那个2个礼拜的时间呐，在那个区块里面的所有的会堂，他都走遍了，在那边教导。
The next time we see him, he has a multitude that is following him down to the seashore at the Sea of Galilee.
下一次我们再看到记载耶稣的时候呢，那个时候他已经下到那个加利利的海边，那个时候一大群的人已经跟随着他在后面了。
It says that the fishermen were out of their boats mending their nets.
然后呢，再一次那个场景是怎么样？耶稣再一次回到那个地方的时候呢，后面已经有一大群的人，门徒们跟着，一大群的人信徒跟着他了。然后呢，彼得，然后呢，渔夫呢，人们呢就在那里整理他的渔网。
Oh, in the incident 2 weeks before, they were still in their boats out on the sea when he said, Come follow me.
然后这2个礼拜之前呢，当耶稣呼召他们来跟随我的时候，他们还是继续待在他们的船上面，继续捕他们的鱼啊。
But this time it says that they were out of the boats on the shore taking care of their nets.
哦，就是第一次呢呼召他们的时候，那个时候耶稣呢第一次呢，他们是在船上的时候；到这一次的时候，他们那个渔夫已经下了船，已经在那边整理渔网的时候。
Yeshua said to Peter, Let me onto your boat and push out from the shore so I can address this multitude of people.
好，那时候彼得已经下了船，然后耶稣跟他讲说，让我上这个船，然后你把船开远一点，我可以好让这些众人来传讲。
And right there, on the cove, on the shoreline, is like a theater, a natural theater.
你知道吗？就在那个地形来讲，那个海岸线的那个地方的曲度啊，就好像一个天然的戏剧院一样。
Yeshua on a boat with his voice off the water can speak in a normal voice, and literally thousands can hear him.
那因为那样子的那种音响的天然的戏剧院的效果啊，那种音响效果，耶稣呢可以站在船上，那透过水面声音的上面那样传达过去声音呢，几千人都可以听得清清楚楚。
When he was through teaching them, then Yeshua told Peter, "Okay, go ashore."
然后当耶稣教导完了，耶稣就跟彼得说：“好吧，那我们开船吧。
Now get your nets and cast them out for
现
a
在
draft of fish."
现在呢，准备把你的渔网拿出来，我们要去捕鱼了。
This is when Peter decides to give the Lord a fishing lesson.
好，这个时候呢，就是彼得呢，就是在这个时候决定要 跟耶稣上一课怎么捕鱼的课。
I know you know nothing about fishing.
耶稣啊，我知道你对捕鱼这件事情一无所知。
Because we've fished all night and we've caught nothing.
因为我们整夜就在这里捕来捕去呢，一条都没抓到。
The sun has been up a long time, and you don't fish when the sun is up because the fish can see the nets.
现在呢，太阳已经高高挂在那里了，那个阳光照下去呢，那个网撒下去清澈可见，没有一条鱼会跑进去的。
And Yeshua said, I don't care. Get the nets, and cast them out.
然后耶稣就说：“我才不管呢！你现在就听我的话，把渔网给我撒下去。”
So Peter, it says, gets a net. He's going to do the minimum. Okay, all right. I'm not going to argue with you. I will get a net, and I will cast it out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about.
所以你们要记得哈，那个圣经里面讲的呢哈，因为他船上有很多网啊，但是彼得呢心不甘情不愿的。然后呢，就是想外行人要教导内行人。不过算了，他是夫子啊，我就拿一个最小的网出来，就一个丢丢看呐，交代一下。
He casts the net out.
所以他就哎呀，随便丢一下
，begins to draw it in.
哎呀，就很轻松的想说里面一条鱼都没有嘛，哎，慢慢来。哎，我怎么变成这样子？哎。
Peter, John, get the boats, get out here now, get out here.
然后彼得就告诉他的所有的同伴，赶快过来，还要把你们船要赶快开过来哦。
The nets began to break.
然后那个网呢，又开始要裂了。
They filled 2 fishing boats completely filled.
那个渔网里面满载，整整装满了2条船的鱼啊。
And what did Peter say?
那个时候彼得说什么？
Depart from me, Lord. I'm a sinful man.
离开我吧，夫子，我是个罪人。
Why did he say this?
为什么他会讲这句话呢？
Because 2 weeks before, Yeshua said, no, you follow me. I need your help. I have to go to all these other villages.
因为就在那么2个礼拜前，耶稣就跟他们说，你们来跟从我吧，我需要你们的帮助啊。
And you know what Peter and the rest of the disciples said?
你知道那个时候，彼得跟其他的门徒说什么
We'd like to, but we have a family to feed.
我们是很想啊，可是我们还有整个一家那个众口在要糊口啊。
We have oil lamp heating bills.
还有呢，我们还有我们没有电啊，但是那个油灯的那个油啊，那个也是有账单寄来啦。
Thanks to you, I've got a mother-in-law I have to keep
然后
feeding.
彼得说：“还有啊，你把我的岳母也医好了，我现在连岳母也要养哎。”
And they didn't follow him.
所以他们没有去跟从他。
Now they have just gotten more fish than a fisherman would get in an entire year.
但是呢，他们现在呢得着了一个渔夫能够。就那么一个网，就得着了一个渔夫整年所能够捕到的鱼量。
Take it over to Tiberias, sell them off, and they've got everything taken care of.
你把那些呢拿去提伯里斯那边去卖掉吧，那个呢可以足够供养你们这些的家庭1整年之久。
Depart from me. I'm a sinful man. I didn't trust you. I didn't believe.
所以彼得呢那个时候才说。离开我吧，我是个罪人，因为我没有这样子来跟从，我一点信心都没有。
So the fishermen gathered the fish and stood there and looked at each other.
所以那些渔夫们呢，那个时候呢就把渔网就丢在地上，鱼拿走了，然后彼此对望着。
And it says they forsook their nets.
就在那个时候，他们就把渔网都放弃掉了。
There's no argument anymore. We're going to follow him. Wherever he goes, whatever he does, we're going to follow him.
他们心里面再也没有一点难处了。那耶稣要去哪里，我们就跟从他；他要做什么，我们就跟着他做。
They left the family business. They left their inheritance. They left everything.
他们离开了他们的那个家庭的产业，离开他们捕维生的工具呢，就跟着耶稣了。
So. Next, the Sermon on the Mount.
再接下来登山宝训。
This is where Yeshua separates rabbinic Judaism from the commandments that Moses gave us, those commandments that will never be done away with until there's a new heaven and earth.
那个呢，就是登山宝训的精华，就是耶稣呢在登山宝训里面呢，把法利赛人的所制定的规条，从摩西的纯正的妥拉的话语里面把它切除掉，把它分开出来，而且就是告诉他们说，天地都要废去，但是呢，这个律法中的一点一画不能废去，因为你如果一加添一删减，就等于是废去了。
Is that what that says? What does that say?
Heal the lame man.
What?
Oh no, heal somebody and then.
Fourth one. Okay. Hold on.
Then went to the desert, the wilderness to pray. The 麻风病人the lepers, heal the lepers, and then go to.
All right. Okay, I just had the wrong place. Okay, the Sermon on the Mount, and this was when he was. There was
it's there. It's right on the left side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Multitude of people following him, and he went up into a mountain. And when he was set, only his disciples came.
然后呢，很多人呢跟随他，但是呢，他等到耶稣登到山顶的时候，只有耶稣自己的门徒呢到他的前面来。
And the Sermon on the Mount, you really have to study in order to understand what Yeshua is saying.
然后这个登山宝训你一定要好好的读，你才能够明白耶稣在说什么。
Unless your righteousness exceeds that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will not see the kingdom of heaven.
除非你们的义如果不胜过文士跟法利赛人的义，你们断不能进天国。
You've heard it said of them of old time.
你听到他们一直都这么说。
Who's the them?
这个他们，他讲是指谁啊？
He just said it.
他刚才说了嘛。
The scribes and Pharisees who will not see the kingdom of heaven.
文士跟法利赛人，他们是没有办法看见神的国的。
Why will they not see the kingdom of heaven?
为什么他们不能够见天国？
Because they have added thousands of commandments, they've taken away hundreds of commandments, and they no longer keep the commandments of God.
因为呢，他们呢把这个妥拉呢增加了好几千个规条，然后呢取走了好几百个那个吩咐，说因为这样子呢说，而且他教导人家这样子来遵行，所以他们断不能进天国。
So you've heard it said of them, the scribes and Pharisees, a long time, but I say.
所以呢，他们指的就是刚刚讲的文士的法利赛人，他们教导你这些，他们一直这样跟你讲，他们这么说，但是我说。
The scribes and Pharisees pray like this, but I'm telling you to pray like that.
文士跟法利赛人教导你们要这样子祷告，但是我告诉你们，不是要那样子祷告。
When the scribes and Pharisees fast, they do this, but I'm telling you to do that.
当文士法利赛人他们进食的时候，他们是这样子做，我告诉你，不要效法那样子做，你要这样子做。
Yeshua is making disciples understand the gospel of the kingdom.
耶稣呢，就是这样子呢，这个登山宝训里面呢，就以那个这个做例子来教导门徒们什么叫做天国的福音。
With every incident, every example, he's showing this is what Moses said, this is what I'm saying about it, and this is just exactly the opposite of what the Pharisees are doing.
就在那登山宝训呢，他很清楚的指出来说，这个就是摩西说的，然后这个是我说的，然后呢，他借着这个把它暴露出来，法利赛人所说的。
Now, for an example, I'm going to take you all the way to the last Sermon on the Mount.
然后呢，我现在带你们到他最后一次讲登山宝训的那个时候。
Sermon on the Temple Mount.
那个是在那个那个时候呢，是在那个那个圣殿山讲的。
2 days before the crucifixion of Yeshua.
他在那个上十字架前的2天。
Matthew 23,
马太23
verses 1 and 2 and following.
1节、2节、3节以后，
The scribes and Pharisees sit in Moses' seat.
文士跟法利赛人他们坐在摩西的椅子上。
Actually, in every synagogue, there was a seat called a Moses seat.
其实呢，在以色列的所有的会堂里面，每一个会堂都有一个椅子，那个椅子叫做摩西的椅子。
And when the rabbi, head of the synagogue, sits in that seat and makes a law, a new law, it is as binding as Moses spoke from Mount Sinai.
当这个会堂的那个首席拉比啊，就坐在这个摩西的椅子上面，创造一个新的法律规定的时候，新的规条的时候呢，他们说呢，这一个规条呢是跟那个摩西的那个法律是同等效力的。
That's what they teach. I'm not saying that's reality. That's what the rabbis teach.
这是他们这样教导的，拉比们这样教导，这不是真的，但是他们不是对的，但他是这样教导的。
When they make a law that changes biblical law, that is what the rabbis called takanot.
那个当他们任何时候就像这样子制作出来一个新的这样子的规定的时候，而且这个规定是触犯，是跟那个圣经里面的妥拉的教导是不一样的，他们把这个称为 takanot。
Everyone say takanot.
大家说 takanot。
Say it again. Takanot.
takanot。
All right, burn it into your brain. Takanot.
takanot， 把它烙印在你脑海。
Takanot is a law enacted by the Pharisees which changes or negates biblical law.
那个呢，就是那个takanot 这个是一个法律的字眼啊。这个法律的字眼是法利赛人他们所创造的这个规定，或者这个法律呢，他们呢是把摩西的律法就把妥拉给更改了，或是废除掉某一个部分。这个规定就是叫做 takanot。
The rabbis teach when they sit in the seat of Moses and make takanot that even Almighty God must obey their decision.
这些拉比们教导说，当他们坐在这个摩西的椅子上面来制作这个 takanot 的时候呢，甚至连那个全能的神都必须要遵从他们所制定的 takanot。
Yeah, that's going to be pretty funny when we see, let's see how Yeshua handles that one.
好，
Okay.
那我们就看到耶稣怎么来对付这样的事情。
Okay. Yeshua said, the scribes and Pharisees sit in Moses' seat.
耶稣说呢，那个文士跟法利赛人坐在摩西的座位上。
In other words, they purport to have the same authority as Moses.
意思就是说呢，他们把自己假扮成他们跟摩西有一样的权柄。
They don't have it, but they pretend that they have it.
他们根本就没有像这样的权柄，但是他们假装他们有这样的权柄。
Therefore,
因此，
whatsoever they whatsoever they bid you, command you to do and observe, that do and observe.
然后所以呢，他们所教导你们的，你们就要照这样遵行。
Wait just a minute.
哎，
That doesn't make any sense.
这个怪了，怎么耶稣现在讲话颠三倒四了？
And this is what I tangled with Nehemiah Gordon on this 18 years ago in Jerusalem.
这个呢，我就碰到这个经文里面极大的难题啊！我就问那个Nehemiah Gordon 18年前，那是一个犹太希伯来人经的学者。
I said, there's no way on God's green earth that Yeshua could ever have said that.
我说这不可能啊，耶稣不可能这个时候突然就颠，反正就讲这个完全不合逻辑的话。
And he said, why do you think not?
然后这个Nehemiah Gordon就跟他说，为什么你觉得不会呢？
For 3 hours, I took him through the gospel record, and I showed him that Yeshua was constantly violating their rules and regulations.
然后呢，我用了3个小时的时间啊，因为那个人还没有信耶稣的，他是一个希伯来学者。然后呢，他把这个四福音书里面耶稣的所行所为所教导的，他是怎么样子一直在这个对抗法利赛人的这个所制定的 takanot 啊，我就展现给他看啊。
His disciples were breaking the rules and regulations
然后甚至
under
呢，
his authority.
他甚至呢，他用教导他的门徒呢，故意呢去违抗那个法利赛人所制定的 takanot。
And so Nehemiah, who is a Hebrew scholar, said, Well, let me see what I can find.
然后这个尼黑米亚呢，他就这个希伯来的学者，好，他说，这个问题很有趣，我来研究看看。
It took 14 years, but I'm going to fast forward now.
然后这一件事情啊，花了14年的时间啊，但是我现在快速把它转过去。
Nehemiah found 28 ancient Hebrew texts of the Gospel of Matthew.
那个拿哈米亚 Gordon 呢，他就找到了28个那个希伯来文的那个马太福音的抄本。
Most of them were hidden in the archives of Jewish scribes for hundreds of years, and nobody knew where they were.
这些手抄本大部分呢是被隐藏在那个犹太人的那个文士啊，他们的那个家里面的那个所藏东西的地方啊，没有人知道。
And so, we went on a worldwide tour to tell what that text said.
好，所以呢，他就跟拿哈米亚 Gordon 呢，就到全世界旅行啊，把这个事情给公布，这个发现给公布出来啊。
I'm going to cut our 5-hour seminar down to one verse.
OK， 我现在呢就把5个小时的教导呢，那神学院的教导呢，把它变成1节经文。
This is what the Hebrew Matthew says in English.
这个呢就是希伯来文的那个马太福音，这个我把它翻成英文给你们听。
The scribes and Pharisees sit in Moses' seat.
文士跟法利赛人坐在摩西的位置上。
They purport to have Moses' authority.
他们假装他们有摩西的权柄。
Therefore,
因此
whatsoever he commands you to do and observe, that do and observe.
因此因此凡他所吩咐你们的，你们要谨守遵行。
Whatsoever Moses says, that you do and observe. They sit in Moses' seat. They say they have his authority, so do what Moses says.
好，那他们呢？他们的坐在OK。既然他们坐在摩西的座位上面，假装他们有摩西的权柄，因此呢，这个他所吩咐你们的是指摩西。凡摩西所吩咐你们的，你们都要谨守遵行。但是这些法利赛人是因为他们坐在摩西的那个座椅上面，假装他有摩西的权柄。但是呢，你要讲真正是摩西的教导，你才要听。
Whatsoever Moses says, do.
所以呢，他所教导的，你们要听。这个他不是指文士跟法利赛人，是指摩西。
But do not follow the takanot of the Pharisees.
但是你们不要遵从法利赛人他们所制定的 takanos。
It spells it out exactly in Hebrew. Don't follow the takanot. When they change biblical law, they have no authority. Don't follow them.
这个呢，就在这古希伯来文的马太福音的抄本里面清清楚楚的写下来，不要遵从法利赛人所制定的这个 takano， 这些是违反违反这个摩西的妥拉的教导的。
Don't follow their takanot.
不要遵从这些人所制定的 takano。
And don't follow their ma'asim.
也不要遵从他们的 ma'asim。
And ma'asim are acts of the rabbis, what they do that they say justifies their actions.
他们的这个 ma'asim 呢，就是他们所做的行为呢，说那个因为这个 ma'asim 呢，就能够把他们所做的正当化了。
Okay, ma'asim is this.
举个例 ，ma'asim 是
Okay. A rabbi does something.
拉比做了一件什么事情？
Because a rabbi can do no wrong, if you do the same thing, then you are doing right.
So you are doing right. OK， 因为呢，拉比不可能犯错，所以呢，如果你跟着拉比做这件事情呢，你也是对的。
Yeshua says they have no authority. It's all bogus.
然后耶稣就说没有，他们完全没有这个权柄，这个是不对的。
He goes on to say they cross land and sea to make one convert, and then they turn them twofold more the son of hell than themselves.
他们呢，他就讲说呢，你们呢， 他进一步就指出来，这些不是法利赛人们，他们那个到什么到越过洋海呢，勾引人入了他们法利赛人的教门啊。然后呢，但是呢又在他们结果借着这个入教，但是呢又借着这些他看到的，好像那个给他们绑的石头，他沉到那个海里面，进到地狱里面去啊。
It doesn't sound like he's telling us to do everything they tell us to do.
你说呢？你看看自己看看这个后文，你就可以就对啊，耶稣怎么会前后矛盾呢？他不会说他在后面就讲说法利赛人你们勾引人入你们这个教门呐、不是入神的教，所以呢，然后呢又把它变成沉沦之子啊。然后所以耶稣怎么可能说所以呢文士跟法利赛人所教导的，你们都要谨守遵行，不可能。
Okay? He also says in the same breath, call no man rabbi, don't be called rabbi.
同时呢，他又讲得更清楚了，你们不要称呼任何人拉比。
Rabbi means great one.
也不要受拉比的称呼，因为拉比这个字的意思是那伟大的一位。
Rabbi does not mean teacher.
拉比呢，并不是老师的意思。
Rav is great.
Rav 呢，就是极大的、最大的那个意思。
There was a Rav light to rule the day.
那 there's a Rav light， 就是有一个那个有个大光来管这个昼。
A great light, the sun to rule the day.
大光
It's Rav.
大光很极大的。
He said, "You've got one great one. That's me."
他说呢，你们伟大的那样伟大的只有一个，就是
Now I'm not pointing to me. It's Yeshua
不
pointing
是
to
就是
himself.
耶稣。
Okay. Yeshua pointed himself.
耶稣
I'm
指
the
着
only
他自己。
I'm the only great one around here. You guys are all idiots.
耶稣呢就说：“我才是那唯一的伟大的一位，其他你们这些都不是，白痴。”
You're all on the same level. You're all brothers. I'm the great one.
你们呢这一些弟兄姐妹们，不管您是什么头衔啊，你们都是同样同等的。你们里面没有那个什么最伟大的那种的，我才是最伟大。你们其他都同一个平台上面的。
Now the Pharisees have those that they call great ones, but this is not how we're going to do it in my kingdom. You want to be great, you get underneath everyone else and you raise them up.
然后呢，进一步他就教导说，这些文士法利赛还有那些外邦人呢，他们呢的确有他们的那个体系，那个系统呢，怎么样是一层一层，最后那个是最高的，那个是那个最伟大的那一位。但是我不来这一套。你们要成为最伟大的那一套，你给我到这最下层去，把人家扶上来，你才是称为最伟大的。
And I don't want to hear you call each other father.
然后呢，我不要你们在彼此在对称说那个父
Or
亲
papa, or
或
pope,
或者是
or pope.
或 papel。
No. You're all brothers.
你们都是做弟兄的，同一个层面的。
Get used to it.
你们不习惯的话，赶快习惯吧。
There's no big hierarchy of authority.
没有，彼此之间没有一个什么更高层级的那样子的宗教阶级系统的这种权柄系统，没有。
The one who is greatest is going to serve the most.
但是呢，你要成为最伟大的呢，那个方式是你要成为那个最微小的，把别人给带上来。
If you don't like it, you can just follow Peter to Rome and set up your own thing.
Peter the Rome.
Oh, God. It's a joke.
OK，Peter the Rome。反正呢，就是说，意思说你们不习惯这个呢，你们就去追随外邦人，因为这是外邦人所制造的统治阶级，就是这样搞的。
All right, let's get back to the Sermon on the Mount.
好，那我们现在回到登山宝训。
If you hear his words and you don't do it, it's like building your entire empire on sand. It's all coming down.
如果呢你听得到的话，可是你又不去做的话呢，那等于是你在整个沙滩上面呢建造你的帝国，那一定会被垮下来的。
Amen.
Amen.
They say, but I say.
他们说，但是我说。
Oh, now the next thing right after the Sermon on the Mount.
登山宝训之后，
Matthew is the one that records it.
马太呢就详细记载之后的事情。
Matthew is a Levite.
马太呢是利未人，
He's a priest of Israel.
他是以色列的利未的祭司支派的，
He's a trained scribe.
他是受过训练的文士。
Papias, the disciple of John, who wrote the Gospel of John,
就是那个约翰的门徒叫 Papias 呢，他是帮约翰写那个约翰福音的那个文士。
Papias said that Matthew wrote his Gospel in the Hebrew language.
所以呢，这个 Papias 呢，他说啊，那个马太呢，他是用希伯来文写马太福音的。
And many did their best to translate it.
然后很多人呢，他们就尽他们所能的把它翻译到成别国的语言。
Eusebius said he saw the Gospel of Matthew in Hebrew in Caesarea Philippi, but he couldn't read it.
尤西比主教呢，他说他亲眼看过马太的希伯来文的那个手写的马太福音希伯来文版，可是呢，他没有办法读它，他看的地方是在那个凯撒那个叫做在海港啊，那叫什么
Stay with me, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Just do what I do,
Okay.
okay? Who's Eusebius?
谁是那个尤西比呢？
336 of the Common Era, he was the bishop of the court bishop for Constantine.
主后336年呢，他是那个君士坦丁大帝的主教。
He couldn't read Hebrew even.
他自己也没有办法读希伯来文。
Eusebius is the one that came up with the 3.5-year ministry.
那个尤西比呢，他就是创造了耶稣的服事是3年半之久的理论的人。
And we all inherited it from Rome.
然后我们就从罗马宗教体系这样子一直传承下来。
This was in 336.
这个是在公元336年。
For the first 300 years, there was not one dissenting opinion that Yeshua's ministry was about 1 year.
在那个过去的300年来呢，从来没有一个人就讲，大家都没有说这个耶稣的那个服事的时间是3年。
So Eusebius, denying 300 years of testimony, came up with a 3.5-year ministry.
所以呢，尤西比呢主教呢，他就否认这300年来的大家的讲法，然后呢，他创造了这个3年半的服事。
I've studied this my whole life.
我为了这个事情呢，一生就在研究这个事。
The 3.5-year ministry is one of the stupidest ideas anyone's ever come up with.
这个是任何人所能够想出来最蠢的一个主意。
You are going to deny 300 years of testimony and just come up with this?
你就这样睁着眼睛否认300年来的见证，然后你就自己发明了这个。
Because Eusebius was attempting to interpret Daniel's 9th chapter prophecy.
因为呢，为尤西比这样做的动机呢，因为他尝试要来解读那个但以理书9章27节的预言。
And he actually said so.
他也实际这么说了。
He said Jesus' ministry was 3.5 years, which is 1/2 of a week.
他就这么讲，他说那个耶稣的服事呢是3年半，那个就是对照但以理书里面讲到的1/7之半。
Okay?
就是
Eschatology
7的一半
students?
就3.5嘛。
Eschatology students?
好，所以我现在大家都是末世的那个经文的学生。
How is 3.5 years equal to 1/2 of a week?
然后呢，这个 1/2 of a week， OK， 就3年半，这个要怎么等于1个礼拜的一半呢？
The only place that equation comes up is Daniel chapter 9.
所以呢，你要这样子讲的话，唯一能够找到解释的，就是在但以理书第9章啊。
And so, denying 300 years of history, he makes a statement like that.
所以呢，他为了要解释这个但以理书的第9章呢，把这个创造的耶稣的3年半福音，把它说成等于在数学比例上面，等于是那个1个礼拜7天切成一半，刚好是3.5。
To have a 3.5-year ministry, you have to have an entire year of blank space in Yeshua's ministry.
这样现在已经 Michael 已经把所有的事件都照着一天一天的时序全部把它展开来。所以你今天要告诉我说，耶稣的服事总共是3年半的时间，这里面必须要2年的完全空白。
Nothing makes sense.
一点道理都没有。
But nothing has to make sense.
但是呢，真的是也就是这样。
If you're the Pope.
不过因为你如果是教皇的话，反正你讲有道理就有道理。
And that's what Constantine named himself, Pontifex Maximus.
所以呢，这为什么君士坦丁呢就把自己的加了一个抬头叫 Pontifex Maximus。
And he killed anyone that disagreed with him.
然后任何不同意他的，他把他给宰了。
Well, I'm telling you, his ministry was 70 weeks, but I'm not going to kill anyone that disagrees with me.
我告诉你们说，耶稣的服事就是70个礼拜，70乘7 490天。你们不同意，我不会把你们给宰了，放心。
But it took me 20 years to solve the problem and find the ancient text.
但是呢，我真的是花了20年的时间才找到的这个希伯来文的马太福音啊，我才能够解决这个刚刚讲的马太福音的那个登山宝训的那个坐在摩西的位置上那个问题啊，那个大矛盾啊。
All right, we've got time for the second Sabbath after the first paradox.
好，就是在一个这个 the first 哈，圣经里面讲这个 the first， 就是照他所讲的，就是一个礼拜的第一天是 the first， 那一个礼拜第一天开始以后的第2个安息日。
Luke chapter 6 verse 1. Follow me closely.
路加福音6章1节。
On the second Sabbath after the first,
大家看英文哈，路加福音下面写了 on the second Sabbath after the first 哈。
Yeshua went through the corn or the grain fields with his disciples.
好，就在那里，耶稣就从那个麦地经过了，然后跟他的门徒们。
They plucked the ears of grain and ate them.
他们呢就掐了那个麦穗，然后就把它吃了。
Rubbing them in their hands.
把他们呢掐了以后放在手里面这样搓啊搓啊。
And certain of the Pharisees,
那有一些法利赛人，
certain of the
有
Pharisees,
一些法利赛人，
and these are real pinheads.
这些呢真的是斤斤计较的法利赛人。
Even the modern Pharisees, the modern rabbis, tell us that these guys were nuts.
就算是现代的法利赛人告诉我们说，当初那些法利赛人这么讲，他们真的是太吹毛求疵了。
These certain Pharisees confronted Yeshua and said, "Why do your disciples do that which is unlawful on the Sabbath day?"
这几个法利赛人就去质问耶稣说：“为什么你的门徒在安息日掐麦穗，这样子来违反了安息日的律法呢？”
Okay, first of all, we're going to find where we are in the chronology.
好，第一个呢，我们同样在这个时间序列里面呢，我们来看到底是在哪一天。
Earlier in the 5th chapter,
在那个第5章的时候
it says that there was a great feast at the house of Matthew, the Levite.
那边讲到说，在那个利未的那个马太利未家里面有一个大的宴席。
Yeshua and many Pharisees were invited to the feast.
然后呢，耶稣呢，还有其他的很多人呢，到这个还有法利赛人都到那边去接受宴席。
Yeshua actually met Matthew at his job. He was a toll booth collector in the Galilee.
然后这个马太呢，就是在那边收税的时候呢，在他的那个收税的站的时候呢，耶稣是碰到他的。
See, there are Roman roads that are still there in the Galilee that we can still travel on. We can still walk on these
你知道吗？
ancient Roman
即使
roads.
到现在加利利境里面呢，还有很多当初罗马他们所建的那个道路，我们现在还可以在那个道路上面来旅行的。
Some of these roads built at the same time in Italy are bridges that trucks still drive over today, 2,000 years later.
就在同样那个时期，在意大利那个罗马他们所建的那个桥啊，到今天呢，在意大利呢，那个卡车还可以开过去。
These roads link the cities of the Galilee together.
这些的马路四通八达，把这个加利利呢全境连接起来。
And if you wanted to do commerce and travel on these super highways, you had to pay a tax.
然后呢，如果你要做买卖啊，要在这些当时所谓的高速公路上面旅行的话，你经过每一站你要付那个付税的。
And even though Matthew was a Levite, a trained scribe, he had to get a job and a toll booth collection.
好，就算这个那个马太呢，他是那个一个受过训练的文士，他还是得要找一个工作做，那就是呢，到了这一个收费站呢，坐在那里收费。
Because the Levites weren't being taken care of because the Pharisees had made rules so that the Levites couldn't get the tithe anymore.
那为什么马太他是利未人，为什么他还要辛苦来去找这一个那个收费站的工作来做呢？因为呢，法利赛人呢，他更改了妥拉的规定啊，所以他们利未人呢没有受到照顾啊，反而是法利赛人受到照顾啊。
This is still a contention in Israel to this very day.
那个即使到今天的以色列，这样的情况仍然存在。
Men who are named Cohen can't support themselves to do the work of the ministry because the Pharisee rabbis have absconded with their authority.
因为就是真正的呢，属于那个利未祭司的后代啊，他们现在的都还要必须要一边工作，然后呢一边来服侍啊？为什么？因为那个法利赛人啊，借着他们现代的法律，借着他们的宗教上的权柄，把他们的合法的所应所得的拿走了。
Now the short version.
好，现在简短的讲。
Yeshua then is invited to the house of Matthew for the big banquet that night.
好，然后呢，那天晚上耶稣就是赴这个大宴席啊。
What is the big banquet?
什么叫做大宴席？
It's the first day of the 4th month.
那个呢是指的是指的是第4个月的第1天的那个宴席。
It is the Rosh Chodesh feast, the head of the month feast.
那个呢，大家还记得吗？1个月的第1天叫做 Rosh Chodesh， 那就是1个月的头嘛，那就是新月出现的那天。以色列人他们的传统上，那一天就会有宴席啊，不是所谓的大宴席。
And when Matthew walks away from the toll booth that day, he never goes back to work again.
当那个马太呢离开那个收费站的那天，他从来再也没有回去收费站过了。
He becomes the personal scribe of Yeshua.
他就成为那个耶稣的文士啊。
And now it says it came to pass on the second Sabbath after the first.
所以呢，你们看这个路加英文版的 King James 版就写了哈，就是在那个第1天啊，1个月的第1天开始算的第2个安息日 ，on the second Sabbath after the first。
I have read commentaries from Gentiles going back more than 100 years, and they all butcher this.
然后呢，这个我读了好几百年的这个就是读了很多几百年来的外邦人所写的这个解经的书，他们全部都解错了。
They have no idea what this second Sabbath after the first is.
他们根本就不晓得什么叫做第1日之后的第2个安息日，这什么意思？
That's why I don't have hair left. I tore it out.
你知道吗？我就是因为读了很多他们的解经啊，读到我搞不懂，我的头发一直抓到都光了。
The first is the Rosh Chodesh. It's the first day of the month. That was the banquet at Matthew's house.
那个 the first 呢，就是刚刚讲 Rosh Chodesh，OK？ 那他们呢，就是每一个新月的开始，那个第1天的，他们就是会有这种宴席。
So we go to the Rosh Chodesh.
所以呢，我们就到这个 Rosh Chodesh，
and then we go to the second Sabbath.
然后呢，到第2，从那边起算，
And
以
here
后
it
的
is.
第2个安息日，就是
It's
说
right here. We can tell you exactly what day it was that this happened.
所以呢，就是这么的清晰啊，我们就可以告诉你，很精准的告诉你，就是在这一天，就在这件事情就在这一天发生的。
That's Chinese.
Yeah, but you can read.
I can't read the Julian date in Chinese. I don't know.
如果他没
But
有
we
办法
know exactly
读那个
what day it
语录
was.
所以呢
Okay?
呀，就是根据这样子的很精心的这样子比对，而且跟圣经的经文都比好了，
Now,
放
now,
进来
now,
了。
now quickly here.
好 ，OK，
Okay. These Pharisees,
这些法利赛人
they made a rule
他们做了一个规定，
that if you walked into a grain field on the Sabbath,
你如果在安息日走进麦田，
and if you plucked off a head of grain, you were harvesting.
如果你把这个麦穗给掐了，哎，你现在就是在收割做工。
If you rub it in your hands, then you are winnowing.
然后呢，如果呢你把它放在麦穗放在手上这样搓啊，那个就是你在去壳啊，这也是在做工。
If you put that grain in your mouth and chew it, you are grinding.
然后呢，如果你把那个麦穗啊放到嘴巴里面磨齿咬，他说，哎，这个是你把它磨成粉，又是做工。
And they say all that is work prohibited on the Sabbath.
然后就说好，刚刚讲的这些呢，这些的工呢，都是被规定在安息日你不可做的工。
That's what they say.
那个就是登山宝训里面耶稣讲的 ，they say， 法利赛人说这些。
But Yeshua would say, but I say.
但是耶稣会说，但是听我说。
The Torah gives the poor the right to walk into any field, any vineyard, and take what they need and eat right there in the field.
妥拉明白的规定说，给那些贫穷人们，他们随可以到安息日的时候，到那个任何的葡萄园或是麦田里面，他们可以在那里吃他们所需要的，就在那里吃。
I've had to do this in Israel.
我也必须要这样做。我在以色列做的时候，我也这样做过。
I was hungry.
我好饿。
And I went up to someone's grapevine.
我到别人家的那个葡萄园。
And they came out and called me on it.
然后他们说：“哎，你怎么这样做？”
And I said, I have no money. I am hungry, and the Torah permits me to do so.
我跟他说，我现在很饿，然后呢，我很穷，我没钱，但是妥拉给我这个允许来做这件事情，来可以吃饱。
And they were so thankful and gracious to me because I spoke what the Torah said, and I was allowed to eat.
他们反而呢，反过来感谢我说：“哦，你还照这个妥拉的教导到我们家来吃葡萄，哦，你尽情的吃吧。”
But these Pharisees made a rule that it was impossible for the poor to eat on the Sabbath
但是
day.
呢，这些法利赛人他们所做的这个规定呢，这样子就剥夺掉这些穷苦的人啊，他们在安息日他们怎么样能够吃饱的这个机会都没了。
So here is a great lesson for you.
这个是一个很大的一个教训。
Before we take our break, they said, why do you that which is not lawful to do on the Sabbath day? They said that.
他们说，为什么你们在安息日做这个不合那个妥拉规定的事情？
Was it unlawful according to the Torah
但是你要
for
详细，
them to do that?
你要去比对妥拉，到底他们这个所做的事有没有违反妥拉的规定，还是符合妥拉的规定的？
Absolutely not.
他们完全没有违反妥拉的规定啊！
The poor are allowed to eat on the Sabbath.
这些贫穷的人，就是被允许在安息日的时候到这个地方去吃。
And it doesn't matter how many rules and regulations you make up to try to forbid it, God still takes care of the poor on the Sabbath.
不管啊，你法利赛你给我搞掉多少的规定啊，搞了多少规定，但是呢，神他是定义要照顾这些穷苦的人，他们在安息日就必须要有得吃。
And Yeshua said, why do you break the Sabbath according to your takanot?
然后耶稣进一步挑战法利赛说：“那为什么你们那个触犯这个安息日的这个你们所制定的他看诺的规定，你自己制定的规定，你自己都违反呢？”
Because they make their rules and regulations that violate the Sabbath.
因为呢，他们所制作的这些规条呢，是他看诺的是违反了、触犯了妥拉的教导。
So the lesson here is
所以这个教训是
God's law stands.
好，就是说呢，神的这个妥拉，说神的律法呢是永存的。
His law is not grievous.
他的那个妥拉的律法不是难守的，
His law takes care of the poor,
他的这个妥拉律法是照顾贫穷人的，
makes provision for the rich,
而且呢，又可以给那些同时也供应给那些富有的人。
And no one is allowed to make a law that supersedes God's law.
没有任何人能够自己制作任何的法律来超越神的律法。
So when you read in the New Testament,
所以呢，你们在读那个新约的时候，
people accusing Yeshua of breaking the Sabbath,
当那个有人来质问耶稣说他或他的门徒呢违反了那个安息日的律法的时候，
now you know he's simply breaking their rules about the Sabbath. He will never, ever break the
现在
law
你
of
就很
God.
清楚的知道说，耶稣他只是单纯的违反了法利赛人所制定的安息日的那些塔卡诺，他并没有违反那个妥拉里面安息日的规定。这也是为什么耶稣跟他说：“你们为什么借着人的遗传，就是你们的塔卡诺废掉神的妥拉呢？”
And now,
And
we
now?
break for how long?
好，我们现在暂停休息一下。